Down in the place to be. Forget your cares if you want, most definitely.
What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review. Today we're doing another Turtles video. We're going to be taking a look at the final of the 4 Turtles as Monster. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Neca Toys Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles times Universal Monsters Donatello as the Invisible Man. Look at the art. Look at the colors. Look at the best turtle. Okay, now I'm going to say right off the bat, Donnie is my favorite turtle, but I don't know if this is going to be the best figure. I think Leo's hard to beat, in my opinion. I really like a lot that he had going on. And that's not to say that Donnie's not good, Mikey's not good, or Raph's not good, because I think they're all excellent figures and an amazing concept that I hope they get another license to mix the Turtles with in this kind of fashion. Ghostbusters would be great, but look at the art on the back. That's just, oh, man. Watch behind you. Madman or genius, you decide. But it's just awesome. It's just awesome. So, you know, it's just hard to pick. Personally, I think Leo's the best in terms of like features, accessories, design. He's just amazing. But I mean, this isn't far behind. Whoo, looks awesome. So here's the barcode if you're looking for it. Yeah. All right, there's the barcode if you're looking for it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and pop open this empty box. So getting this figure out of the package, it's phenomenal. I mean, you guys are probably like, God, hop off Neca's you know what, but I can't help it, dude. This is phenomenal. And that's coming from somebody who was least excited for this one. It makes sense that Donnie is the Invisible Man. I mean, the Invisible Man's genius, turned himself, blah, blah, blah. It makes sense. But I wasn't like, oh, wow, that's awesome. I was more like, oh, okay, that's cool. But, see, I didn't even know that until I just did that. It's... Oh, man, it is awesome. So there's a lot to go over with this guy, though, so I won't try to keep you guys here as long as I can. We'll get right into it. I love the head sculpt. It's turtle-shaped, wrapped in bandages like the Invisible Man. The goggles, as you just saw, are a separate piece, and it's a clear plastic on the inside. That is awesome. So you can have him on his head, kind of like in the movie renditions of the Turtles. I personally prefer it like this. I like to lean more into the monster aspect, but you get this awesome trench coat. I love the paint on the trench coat. It's lined with the lighter gray. The buttons are all painted even on the sleeves, which is nice. You get his Donatello strap. It's a beautifully implemented design. You do get like a wash on the inside for like that little shirt that he's wearing. It looks like a striped sweater or whatever. You do get a wash in there. There's dry brush on there. The gloves also have a wash and a dry brush along with the straps. You do get the shoulder pads, just like the Turtles. On the knees, the same thing. The pants look good as well with that gray at the bottom, and then like it's like dry brushed, darker brown. And then you get shell. It doesn't make sense to have the shell over the jacket, but you know what? Whatever. It's an invisible shell that you can see pizza through. Again, the strap has great leather paint on it. Looks just like leather, but you can see super detailed pizza in there. I don't know if they come out. I don't think they do. Don't think they're meant to, so I'm not going to try. But that is awesome. The sculpt of the carapace looks so nice. And if you take that away, you're not really getting much turtle here, to be honest with you. He's pretty man-like, and I'm okay with that. You get the bandages on the feet with the invisible toes, the 2 toes for the Turtles. Oh, so cool. Like I said, you get fist hands for the gloves. It's amazing. But where I think this figure in particular stands out from his brothers is in the accessory department. He comes with so much, and all of it is really nice. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Starting off, you get a bevy, a cornucopia of extra hands, if you would, of various different styles. So gloved hands, you get a clenchy open hand, like kind of like, yes, like that's what I picture this hand. You get a pointy finger. That looks nice. They all have the gray paint on the back. 2 gripping hands for each side. And then slightly wider open gripping hands for each side. And then, actually, I'll save that for later. Of course, you got to get a bow staff for Donnie. So here's his bow staff. It's got great paint. It looks dirty. It looks old. The sculpt is nice and crisp. Love it. You get a beaker with a glass swab inside of it. That's awesome. You get a little beaker. He mixes it. It does not come off, so don't try to. Then you get a simple microscope. This is not a compound one. This is a simple one. Looks awesome. Would have been awesome if the optic lenses like rotated, but I love the paint on there. Love the microscope. So well done. You get a hat for old Donnie boy, so plop that on his head. I don't know if it's me, but it doesn't stay on great. Actually, it was me. So you just got to kind of put it on the back of his head. Tilt it forward a little bit. There you go. That's not going anywhere. You pose that all around. Looks great. Love the hat. Love the hat. That looks great. I'm definitely going to have him wearing the hat. You did get the book and the nice little details. It says TGRI. So that does mean that these are based off the movie ones. I think everybody knew that, based off of April as the Bride of Frankenstein, but TGRI instead of TCRI. I love it. The book's got no real like movement to it, but tons of great sculpt and detail. But I think, like I said, where this pops off is the accessories, no pun intended. But you're going to want to pop that off. You might want to heat it up. For some reason, it's blue in there. Don't know why. You pop it off at the base of the neck. And then he does come with an interchangeable head that only moves at the base of the neck. But it pops right in, and it's like an open head, hair coming out. That is amazing. It's hollow on the inside, so it actually looks invisible. It's incredible. What I really wish is that it didn't have the hair. I would put these goggles on this and then put the hat on that. Oh, that would be perfect. But I think I'm going to stick with this one with the goggles. But that is awesome. But it goes further. It goes further. You pop out the hands, and if you don't want the gloved hands, you can use invisible hands. So these are just clear plastic molded hands. They're probably the same sculpt from some of the movie figures, but you could pop them in there. And then, similar to Neca's Wolfman, the bottom pops off at the shins for the feet. And then, and all this is easy. I've barely heated anything. I actually didn't heat anything up. And it's all popping in and popping out. Very easy. You get clear piggies. And look at that. Invisible Man. Matches his shell good. Whew. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, we might want to be careful, and I'm sure these are going to yellow over time, but for me, I'm fine with it. I'm probably going to use the bandage feet because they are still invisible with the toes, so I kind of like that a little bit more, but that's just me personally, and that's not to say that this isn't awesome. It looks so good. Great amount of accessories, and there's a lot of variation you can have with this figure. Now, in terms of articulation, this head, you get a ball joint, like a ball joint at the bottom of the neck and the top of the head. So, the paint rub is kind of bad, but once he's like seated in there, you really don't see it. But the articulation's perfect. You get all different kinds of movement. You go up, down. Damn, that's like a little loose, actually. It's a little loose. It'll hold its pose. It goes up and down, side to side, rotate. It's great. Shoulders go up just a little under horizontal. They'll rotate. Double jointed elbows that will rotate at, there as well. And then a hinge on all the hands. The hands aren't really different. I didn't really change them out for whatever. Now, I thought this was just going to be a waist swivel, but it is a diaphragm joint that no matter what pose you put it in, it looks good. The range isn't great. He'll crunch forward, back, pivot side to side, and rotate. But I thought it was just going to be a swivel. So to get like an actual ball joint, nice work, Neca. As always. But I mean, come on now. It's Neca. The hips are only going to go out that far, and that's because the trench coat goes down. Not really worried about that. For once, he doesn't need to be a ninja. Kicks forward, back. Again, not so much. Upper thigh cut. It is up there. Just hard to get to. You will rotate at the knee, though. The knee if you fold the jacket up, you do want to be careful. You don't want to rip the front of it. But if you were to fold the knee up, he does have double jointed knees, I believe. Actually, I think he only has single jointed knees. So they're not going to do much at all. It's a little bit of a bummer. And then, like I said, they will rotate. It really doesn't matter because the trench coat's not going to do much in way of helping you anyway. Rotate at the calf. The ankle goes up, down in a beautiful pivot. It's awesome. It's awesome. I think the articulation's well good enough for a turtle in a trench coat who's also a doctor and is invisible. I really don't think that it needs much more in that in terms of articulation. Now, in terms of scaling, obviously, he is a 7-inch scale figure, but with turtles, you know, it kind of goes either way. Some people like them a little bit bigger. Some people like them a little bit smaller. Here they're next to Neca's Kong, and then the Jazzwares Fortnite Series Peely. And then you get them next to Darwin and Batman. You know, again, you kind of decide for yourself whether or not you want them to be bigger. Usually the movie turtles are a little bit bigger. And then you get Zombie Cap. So if your monster theme is something that you're trying to stick to, these are both very good renditions and additions to it. So some of you out there are probably wondering, yo, Ant, what are you thinking of this figure? I'm used to doing a bunch of reviews at once now, but damn, this thing is awesome. Neca kills it and killed it on this line. The only one I've missed so far is the Bride of Frankenstein, April, and I might go back and get her at some point just because I might as well finish the series, and I love the figures enough to want to do so. Casey looks amazing coming up, and I'm sure we're going to get Shredder as probably Dracula, if I had to guess. I mean, it makes the most logical sense. I don't know where they'll go from there. The line seems pretty much done after that, unless they do like black and white variants, which is something I could see them doing, which I wouldn't get, but I don't know. I might as well be all in on this line because it's amazing. But anyway, talking about this figure in particular, the amount of accessories you get with this thing, the amount of paint, it's not great articulation, but it's enough for this kind of character. And it's just the artistic design of these figures is impeccable to me. I absolutely love them. I have a friend who's like a semi-action figure collector, not really a Turtles fan, not really a Universal Monsters fan, but he's like, I really want to get this just because he looks fantastic, and he does. So I'm going to tell him that he has the Zack Toys seal of approval on this one. But anyway, at a price point of $40, $35 to $40, you can't go wrong for something like this. I can't stress enough that I think Neca is killing the game right now, and that all these companies are putting Hasbro to shame, in my opinion. But anyway, that's all I got for today. So if you have not, I'm going to go and give this guy a rating of 9.5 out of 10. Could the articulation be better? Yes. Do I personally care? No, because it's a character that I don't feel needs it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But anyway, I believe that's all I got for today. So if you've not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot over there, and I have a lot of fun. I'm sure you will too. Can't wait to get all 4 of these guys together on my display one day. It's going to be amazing. But I believe that's all I got. So, as always, let me know. You copping? See you guys in the next one. Peace.